The next Access object that we're going to start working with is Forms. Forms will create the main user interface for your database and allow you to set up navigation systems and group tasks in ways that make sense for your organization. I'm going to open up some of the forms that we will be creating over the next 2 chapters. First, let's take a look at this Training Department Employees form. I'll scroll down here and double-click to open it. Forms provide a blank canvas for you to populate with lots of objects in order to manipulate the data and functionality of the database. You'll be able to add references to table fields and records, such as these text boxes up here that are connected to the name fields for our employees. Each field on the form acts as a window into a single cell on the source table, and any edits that you make on the form get saved right back into the table. You can add additional controls to your data. On this form, we can navigate through our employees just like we can with a table, using the navigation buttons at the bottom. Or, on this form, I've got a search box in the upper right-hand corner. I can use the drop-down list to quickly jump to a specific person. I can even just start typing and press Enter to jump to a specific person as well. Down here, we've built in an option group to improve the way that we interact with the job rating field. On the table, this is just a numerical score of 1 through 5. But on the form, we can add descriptive display text that will translate the number value in the background. And forms will allow you to add buttons that are attached to macros or Visual Basic routines, such as these buttons here on the right. This one will add a new employee to the database. And this one here will print their records. I'll go ahead and press Cancel. Forms will allow you to create a unique experience for the users of your database by adding images and using font and color schemes that are pleasing to work with and that support your organization's brand. Primarily, forms will be used to interact with your data. They typically display one record at a time in a highly customizable way so that you can see the entire picture of how the related fields come together. But you can also create forms to display many records at a time, such as this Employee Phone Lists form. This one is a scrolling list of phone numbers that has a stylized header here at the top. Finally, forms can be used to organize buttons into logical groupings of related tasks. For instance, with a navigation form, like this one here, you can use buttons to move from object to object. This completely bypasses the long list in the navigation pane, which I can safely close and still be able to get around through my database. In fact, a well-crafted database often bypasses the navigation pane altogether as a means for moving from task to task. This allows you to work in a way that makes sense for your particular workflow and sequence. And as an added benefit, or maybe even the most important benefit, this also keeps people focused on the areas of the database that they should be working with and can help keep them out of the areas that should stay behind the scenes.